Alright, I am ever so slightly more presentable and outside for the first time today. We are out here walking the beast. So, generally I hate this activity because this dog, as much as I absolutely love him, can be a bit reactive. There's going to be a lot of noise out here. Sorry about that. It's where I live. With him being reactive, it means I need to be on high alert. It means it can be a fairly stressful situation. I have to walk him multiple times a day because I don't have a yard for him. It's a goal I'm working towards, getting a place that has a yard for him, so that he's not as stressed, so that I'm not as stressed. But these walks are less about exercise and more about him, making sure he gets exercise, he gets outdoors. I get a little sun on my skin first thing in the morning. It's not first thing in the morning. It is 10 a.m. So a few questions I'll ask myself now that my clients will recognize. Okay, 3 things I did that were effective. I put actual tennis shoes, actual exercise clothes on this morning. That is effective because when I don't do that, I tend to stay on these walks very close to home because I don't feel comfortable going further, which is a safer thing to do because then we're less likely to run into other dogs. But it's not very energetic for either the dog or myself. And it ends up meaning pressure, that I'm feeling pressure to do bigger walks later in the day when it's even hotter. So effective thing number 1 was putting on shoes and shorts that I'm comfortable doing a longer distance in. And I'm waiting now for him to sit so that we can proceed. Good boy. The second thing I did that was effective, buongiorno, by deciding to do this video, I'm sort of manipulating myself into, I guess, a little bit of a performative effort that I may not have felt up for. I was certainly low energy when I got out of bed, so this was effective. The third thing that was effective was brushing my teeth before leaving the house. Even though I haven't had breakfast yet and I'm just doing a walk with the dog, it does feel better. It's kind of like having the tennis shoes on. It just feels like I can do more. Okay, so after 3 things that were effective, I did 2 things that were ineffective. The first thing that was ineffective was laying around in bed for about an hour and a half after I woke up, which did result in me falling back asleep for a bit. And that was ineffective because now, with it being 10 a.m., it is already very busy, noisy, and getting pretty hot out here, which is not a great environment, 1, to record this video, 2, it's not a bad environment with the dog, it's just not my preferred sort of peaceful environment. So certainly contributes to the lack of motivation to get out of the house. What's the second thing I did that was ineffective? Probably important before going through these questions for yourself, something I didn't do, which is defining effective versus ineffective for what, toward what goal. So the goal I'm talking about is going on these, oh dear, going on a longer morning walk with my dog. It would be a nice habit to build, that every morning he and I go on at least 30-45 minute walk around the neighborhood, different areas, rather than staying kind of local. It is summer, so I'm more likely in the summer to do shorter walks when the sun is up, and then do dog park or longer walks in the evening. But it is starting to cool off enough that I'd like to get back in the habit, as though it is not summer, of longer walks in the morning. All right. So, what was the second thing that was not effective? Something that was almost not effective, and I'm going to go ahead and count that. I did the laundry last night, and here, I'm in Italy, by the way, so I don't have a dryer. I just hang my clothes on the clothesline, and I went looking for my exercise shorts this morning, and I thought maybe they were still on the clothesline, and the clothesline is only accessible through my roommate's window, and my roommate was not up yet, and I was feeling very deflated. Oh, what am I going to do? I guess I'm going to have to wear jeans. That sucks. And then I realized, no, I had them. So then the last question is, what's one thing to test differently next time? So in this case, next time will be tomorrow. And generally, the one thing to test comes from the ineffective thing. So have an alarm that is set for 9:20, and the reason I set it for that time is with the hope that I will wake up naturally before that time and not have to deal with the alarm. I think the thing to test tonight is making sure that I am in bed, off my phone, by 11:30 in order to wake up naturally by 9 a.m. All right. Finish my walk. See you later.